Yes, I know. You're new here, and you want a quick way to learn magic. Forget it. Magic requires practice and concentration. If you expect quick success, you'll be quick to fail.
How do you know that I'll fail?
Because anyone who goes into battle unprepared is doomed to fail. Being prepared doesn't mean having proved your skills in every tavern on the continent. No. Only discipline, training, and self-sacrifice can lead to success. And now, I have other matters to attend to.
I want to learn more about crystal magic.
I don't have much time, so you'll have to make do with the short version. Crystal magic may appear to be another, random form of magic to the uninitiated. Yet it is capable of so much more. It contains a power to rival even that of the Titans.
How can a few crystals stop Titans?
Have you never heard that faith can move mountains? It's similar with crystals, but more practical. It's possible to channel their magic. The sooner we understand their complex structures, the stronger the magical power we can extract from them.
Where do these crystals originate?
An interesting, albeit irrelevant question. Perhaps they were a final gift from the gods, given to protect mankind from their doom. Perhaps they simply lay concealed beneath the rock for eons. In the end, all that matters is we've got them.
Sounds to me as if you want to play God.
The gods have forsaken us, and we have no need for them anymore. These crystals give us power to restore order. They are the key to man's continued survival. And so, we shall use them.
Thanks. I think I've heard enough for now.
Good. I think this little chit-chat added to your knowledge. Now go back to your chores. Aim higher, right at it. Keep your eyes open when casting. That's what I want to see.
One day, Ali will become great guardian. Yip yip.
You're not a guardian, are you?
No, the mages saved me, so I'm doing my share here in the camp. I don't know the last thing about magic, but I can forge a good sword, and a solid blade is a loyal companion in these times.
You've got to hand it to him. He's right. Without good blades, we're doomed.
What do you do when you're not at the forge?
I sleep.
Right.
Well, sometimes I have a little drink in the tavern after midnight. When you bang on the anvil as much as I do, sometimes your hand starts to get a little shaky. A strong drink helps to steady the bones, you know. And if you can have a drinking contest with someone on the same night, all the better.
What do the mages save you from?
It all happened too long ago for you to be remotely interested.
You're wrong. Tell me the story.
It all started back in the time when the Inquisition and the mages were still making common cores. I was already a smith then, and I was doing loads of overtime. I was so overworked that I forgot to fold one particular blade properly.
Okay, so you forged a bad blade, so?
But that's just it. That sodding blade ended up going to the commandant. And of course, it snapped. He wanted to have my guts for garters. So I packed my things and went over to the mages. I'd never have made it without them.
So, returning to the Inquisition is not an option?
Definitely not. I hardly think they would welcome a deserter back with open arms. No, my place is here. The mages will accomplish what the Inquisition failed to do.
And that is?
Defeat the Titans, once and for all.
I think I've heard enough.
All right. I have another iron in the fire anyway.
Tell me about blacksmithing.
I owe the mages, so you'll have to pay me. Or if you're afraid of sparks, you'll be a terrible blacksmith. If all you need is a better weapon, I can sell you one.
Teach me something. Let's trade. Something smells funny here.
Well, my friend, it must be me. Well, not from me, but from the gunpowder. Shotguns are my life.
Can't you do magic?
Just think, what would I do if the crystal glove fails me? When push comes to shove, I don't like being unarmed.
Right.
I always say, what's better than a mage? A mage with a gun, of course.
What do you think about the mages?
Well, officially, they are, of course, the ones with the big plan. They're building a contraption that's meant to save humanity from the Titans. But all I care about is getting paid. I don't care where it comes from, or what I have to do to earn it.
What's your job with the Guardians?
I'm in charge of maintenance and repair of the firearms. We don't have many, but I'm the only one who knows anything about them. That's also the reason why I don't have to slog my guts out in the mines, or play the washerwoman like Vetranio here.
What's wrong with Vetranio?
Ah, he's useless, like most of the new arrivals. He thought if he could conjure a few sparks, he'd be the biggest fish in the pond. But that's not how things work. If you've got no skills, you're worthless.
Everyone has to start somewhere.
You, maybe. Not me. I was always a talented artisan. I'm just following my calling. Listen, if you want to learn about firearms, I'm your man. I can take those things apart and put them back together so fast that your head will spin.
Any advice you can give me on the way?
Just one thing. Keep practicing. Take me, for example. Every morning I do target practice on the stand. Most people here think it's a waste of time, but I say it's worth it.
Tell me something about firearms.
All right. What do you want to know?
Let's see what you've got.
Here.
Who are you?
I am Jafar, a big fucking hero and friend to hummies. Well, I was once. Me Sada.
What do you mean, you were a hero?
Look at me now. Jafar become Matar. Matar of Gnu. He must train young Gnu.
Is that bad?
No, but it means Jafar must watch over protege. Cannot sail sea anymore. Jafar stuck here on stinking Tyrannus. Me Sada.
How's your protege getting along?
Jafar failed. My pivy has been among humans too long. He never really learned from Matar what it means to be good Gnu.
Who is your pivy?
My protege, he called Ali. He running through camp telling everyone he wants to be fucking Guardian.
Oh yeah, I've met him.
Oh no. Jafar is big fucking disappointment. Not a good Matar.
Then let Ali become a Guardian. After that you'll be rid of him.
But Ali is Gnu. General Magnus has never accepted Gnu before.
There's always a first time.
You taking my piss?
I'll take care of Ali.
What? You talk to Magnus so he will make Ali a Guardian?
I think I'll take a closer look at your protege first. Does Ali have any special skills that might impress the General?
Well... he's a Gnu.
This isn't going to be easy.
Okie dokie. I wait here till you done.
Why don't you both just sail somewhere else?
We come because GNU needed here. Jafar feel responsibility for homies and good for protege. Jafar still only here because protege no want to leave.
If you like sailing, I could use your help. I need a skilled thief like you on my crew.
Yep, yep. Jafar happy at idea. Generous offer. But Jafar is Matar and cannot just leave protege.
Listen, always pay attention to the person next to you. You have to cover each other's backs. You win in a battle with an attack, but defense wins the war. The teamwork must be right. Pay attention to the battlefield.
Wiry physique, distinctive facial features, interesting.
Sorry, not interested.
What? No, I didn't mean it like that. Allow me to introduce myself, Ilvar, paranormalist and precision engineer. It's in the nature of my profession that I always examine my surroundings very closely.
What on earth is a paranormalist?
An inquisitive student, most excellent. My area of research is other worlds that are invisible to the human eye. I combine the results of my research with my artisan skills to manufacture various oculars. When you look through one of my oculars, your vision will increase by 500%.
So what can your oculars make visible?
In layman's terms, they grant you a differentiated look into the astral sphere, depending on the prism you use. The knack here is to catch the particular wave band to give you the required result.
In layman's terms, right.
Please excuse me. The frequent disputes with my brothers here mean I sometimes find it difficult to use a more polite manner of speech.
Don't worry about it. Could you sell me an ocular?
Oculars, no. But the prisms you need for them, yes. Only if you join our covenant. Discuss it with General Magnus.
Dispute? I thought you mages stick together.
If only you knew. For instance, take this old codger Nurgle. He sits in his cellar all day looking after his plants. But the crystals are the reason we are here on Tyrannus at all.
Can you teach me something?
We'll There's nothing here for you.
What smells so good?
Who? What? Matricaria resutita.
Matri what?
Good God. Chamomile, cretin.
So you're the alchemist.
A little louder, please. I'm a bit hard of hearing.
I asked if you're the alchemist.
Of course I am. I mean crystals. Poof. The real magic is in plants.
What are you working on right now?
You should know that we have multiple climate zones here on Tyrannus.
And?
Don't interrupt. As I was saying, due to the climatic conditions, a special herb grows here that I've named the Tyrannus herb. Just imagining what powers could lie hidden in this herb makes my heart flutter. However, they are scarce. If only I had 5 specimens, I could continue with my studies.
Doesn't it get boring down here?
Boring? Au contraire. The great art of alchemy is never boring. The study of magical ingredients requires time, and don't you forget it.
All right, I understand. Why don't you send someone to get you the herbs?
I did, but those damn gnomes keep bringing me the wrong herbs. Just recently, one of them brought me a common Calluna vulgaris. I ask you, what am I supposed to do with a Calluna vulgaris? Ah!
Watch your blood pressure. Where does the Tyrannus herb grow?
Look around in the center of the island. There is a river fed by a waterfall. You should be able to find it there. Let nature be your signpost.
I'll get your Tyrannus herb for you.
Excellent. Make sure you don't use too much force pulling it out of the soil. You'll receive one of my elixirs as a token of my gratitude.
Mi takitini planta, grana planta,
What are you doing?
pronto planta, maro planta, wico planta.
All right, let's drop the subject.
I don't want to see your sort anymore. I don't want to see your sort anymore.
Nini,
What? Oh, are you new here?
Well spotted, old man.
Don't give me any cheek. Could you assist me, soldier? Or, wait a moment, what was I saying?
Greetings, honorable mage.
Yes, lovely. What was I doing just now? Oh, yes. How can I help you, young man?
I've heard coconut oil is good for your brain. Maybe you should try it before something else goes wrong.
Coconut oil? Why don't you put some proper clothes on before you talk to me like that?
You seem a little confused.
Yes, that's true. I'm about to make a breakthrough in my small experiment, but I'm still missing something important. I just keep getting carried away there. What did you say you want?
Who is the most powerful mage among you?
The Honorable Mage, Zacharias.
Right. And where is he?
He is with his research subject behind the reactor, on the other side of the Great Canyon in the northeast.
How do I get to meet Zacharias?
He's deeply engrossed in his research. He's most interested in the reactor. He needs its magical energy for his research project. As long as the reactor isn't working again, I fear that he's not going to see anyone.
I see. Where is your experiment?
The experiment is nowhere, just in my head. It's well, what?
No idea.
A thought experiment.
Right.
Yes, you see, I'm trying to determine the amount of energy that our monolith network needs for the reactor.
Reactor? What's that?
Oh, do you want to see the reactor? It's my greatest creation to date.
Really?
Follow me. I'll show you what we have achieved. This building and the one on the far side of the canyon form a circular focal point. We call it a reactor or a magical ring. The flows of magical energy converge beneath the bridge between the two buildings. Once the reactor starts running, it disrupts the equilibrium of the elements. The Titans don't like that at all, and they will give Tyrannus a wide berth in order to avoid the flow of energy. Fascinating, isn't it?
Impressive construction.
Indeed. However, we only managed to start up the reactor once, and that was only briefly. We quickly realized that we couldn't keep up the flow of energy for long. We simply need more magical power in order to keep the reactor operational. We need to reinforce the network with suitably large monolith stones.
Right. Sounds complicated.
The lightning monoliths erected on Tyrannus accumulate the island's magical energy. They stand in a most favorable constellation for the energy flux. All we have to do is divert it to the crystals in our reactor. Easy.
I see. What are you waiting for?
The monolith stones haven't reached their destination yet. I've been waiting for days to hear news that the stones have been installed.
You mean the stones need to be inserted into the lightning monoliths?
Oh, you have been paying attention. Yes, exactly.
About the monoliths. How many monolith stones do we need?
3 stones for 3 lightning monoliths. We've got 2 of them here on the island. Our old friend Difuego got one of them from us. A gnome named Kasim. But the little chap should have been back ages ago.
Who did you send to get Difuego's stone?
A cadet named Horace headed to Tacarigua on our orders. That was several days ago. I hope he'll be back soon.
I think I can help you with the lightning monoliths.
Really? How?
Let me take care of it.
That's true in theory, but the problem is, even if we have all the stones...
What then?
The monoliths are very far away, and they're surrounded by wild animals. Make sure you're well equipped if you head out there.
Thanks for the advice. You trusted a gnome with something as important as that?
Why not? They work alongside with us.
All right. Once again, for the deaf. Have you placed several shiny stones into the hands of a gnome?
Yes?
And now you expect him to willingly deliver them?
Yes.
I think you should leave matters to someone else.
But how? How are we supposed to find Kasim again?
I know where Kasim the gnome is. I spoke with him.
What?
He's around the camp somewhere.
Really? Oh, I can't tell those little guys apart. He was supposed to bring the stones.
Kasim claims that he doesn't have the stones anymore.
Ah, that lying little bastard. Bah, why should I get all worked up about this? He's just a gnome. And because he's a gnome, he's hidden his treasure somewhere. All you have to do is tell him that someone's found his treasure. You'll see how quickly he takes off to check if it's true.
He's not that stupid. But I could follow him.
If you do, make sure you're not discovered. It's not easy.
We'll see. What was a mage doing with someone like Governor Difuego?
We were once... how should I put it? Let's just say we were business partners. It was a long time ago, you must understand.
What happened?
Well, he supported our research. And in return, we supplied him all the crystals and minerals that we couldn't use from the mines around Caldera. It went well for quite some time, until the day that all the mages were banned from Caldera. We had just enough time to save our skins. In the end, we were able to save 2 monolith stones from the chaos. The third one remained on Caldera. I think the Inquisition soldiers gave it to Difuego.
What a wonderful spot for a mass sacrifice.
Don't think about it.
Where's... I still... Well, well. A new face here on Tyrannus. Reason for your stay on Tyrannus?
I'm searching for answers.
Aren't we all? But we don't prevent anyone from working. When I'm in search of answers, I study the old scriptures. That takes up a lot of time, not to mention sleep. But let's get on with the procedure. I will document and archive your arrival. Every bit of information could be important.
Well, if you say so. Can you teach me things?
If you give me the necessary small contribution, that should be no problem. I can't teach you any spells, of course, unless you're one of us.
Aren't you worried that someone might steal the books?
No. There aren't many among the drunkards who can read, so our parchment won't be of interest to them. Losing the crystals would be the worst thing that could happen to us mages. But we've taken precautions.
How are you going to stop thieves?
The simplest means are also the most effective. Take me, for example. My valuables are always stored in my own chest. And because every single thief will search my body for the key, I have given it to the gnome Zakir. You see, it's a system that's completely safe.
Why do you need all this information?
There has to be an institution of some sort in this time and age that consolidates the knowledge of all mankind. If we lose that knowledge, we lose all chance of a future. Just thinking of how much knowledge was lost during the conflict with the Inquisition makes me shudder.
Can you tell me something about the shadows?
Let me think. It's not the first time that their kind walks this earth. Something is driving them on, but I can't say what it is. All I know for sure is that if they're not stopped, the existence of mankind hangs in the balance. But thanks to our reactor, we're equipped for the challenge.
How were the shadows defeated back then?
Your perspicacity astonishes me. This question is indeed worth considering. I don't think that people back then could have created anything like our reactor. Maybe the demon hunters or the natives will be able to provide the answer. But I wouldn't expect any sensible answers from their hocus pocus.
Huh?
Oh, you not magic man. Busy see right away.
Impressive. You're clever.
Yep, busy bring delivery dinghy. Not always right sorted, but with time I get better. Without help of Gnu, big chaos.
Do the mages treat you well?
If busy sped at helpo, magic man smiler.
I understand. The mages are happy with you if you work hard.
Yep, that's why work lots, no blah blah. Master Lumbrock always say, speech is silver, violence is gold.
It's speech is silver, silence is gold.
Homie, sure?
Very sure.
Well, well. Look what we have here. What brings you to me? Knowledge of magic? No, someone like you will never understand that.
What do you want with the mages?
I take care of many things that the average soul could never comprehend. It is down to me, and me alone, to make sure our crystal gloves exceed all expectations. Thanks to the gloves, each guardian is able to focus the magic that we mages wield intuitively.
I want to learn how to use the crystal glove.
You? No. Only someone who serves the guardians may receive this honor. Until you've been sworn in, you will be forbidden to use the crystal gloves.
Have you got any work for me?
I assume you're not offering to restructure our filing system, are you?
No.
Good. Gnomes could do it better than you anyway. But there's one thing you could do for me. The intensive study of magic often makes me hungry, and my palate demands delicacies from across the southern seas. If you find any specialities on your journeys, I'd be prepared to buy them from you.
And as for your delicacies, would you like something special on your plate?
What kind of question is that? A gourmet like me always eats the most exquisite food. An exquisite cheese, a delicious ham, or some dainty mussels. That is how I prefer to dine. Top it off with an aromatic wine.
Any idea where I might find your specialities?
I heard that the demon hunters on Calidor serve a delicious ham. I also know of a pirate who's a master of brewing. I believe his name is Bruce. As for the mussels, you'd best look on Antigua. And the cheese. Well, Zacharias, head of our order, had a unique one delivered recently.
I'll see what I can find.
Excellent. But don't even think of serving me something common. I don't want to be sick.
Let's see what I've got. I think something's still missing.
Come back as soon as you've got everything. I don't want to be kept waiting.
Your stock of crystals must magically attract thieves.
Thieves? Imbecile. What sort of fool would try to steal from a mage? And just in case anyone gives it a try, I've posted a guard outside my chambers. I need not worry about my valuables.
If no one's going to steal from you, why not get rid of the guard outside your room?
Get rid of him? Me? It's a question of status. I've earned this luxury. I'm not some simple turnip farmer. Enough talk. My time is valuable, and because you have hogged so much of it for yourself, you are now going to get me a book from my chambers. Tell the guard you're acting on my orders. Bring me the book, Metaphysical Transcendence. That'll make it sometime today.
Don't do anything stupid.
Stop! Master Lumbrock's private quarters are not the place for you.
Is that so?
Yes, and my orders were extremely clear. Nobody is allowed to enter, and I'm sticking to that.
Let me through.
Without good reason, no.
I'll be back.
That's what they all say, but there's no barging in here.